What band did you love as a teenager that you're embarrassed of now? Lost Prophets. Yeah, I was not happy. Full on Limp Bizkit. Favorite band. Owned t-shirts. Thank God I was too young to get a tattoo, or I probably would have. I'm not so much embarrassed of them per se. More so just embarrassed of myself back then, believing what I thought liking them meant about me. I'm a rebel. Look at me. Better watch out. Boy band lovers. It's funny because listening to a Backstreet Boys song now gives me just as much nostalgia as a Limp Bizkit song. Lou Bega. Tears of Joy. Tears of Joy. I hated Limp Bizkit from the start, but now I get convicted of liking them with the rest of my generation by default. It's not fair. The Bee Gees. Skillet. Woof. Monkees. Limp Bizkit. Well, not embarrassed. Really. Don't get me wrong. When I hear Break Stuff, Rollin', etc., I can still turn it up and enjoy it. The music itself is fine. It's just the image they leaned into was so time-specific and so embarrassing looking back on it. Ace of Base. Kid Rock. Aged Like Milk. Aaron Carter. I wouldn't say embarrassed that I liked them, but embarrassed about some of the things they said. Mostly old hardcore punk and metal bands. That said, I still saw Fear on Friday in spite of them still singing their old homophobic lyrics. I can still experience the nostalgia without liking them as people. O-Town. Wait a minute, I was embarrassed of it then too. None really. Insecurity dipped when I found music. Blood on the Dance Floor. Yikes. Of all the shitty emo metal I loved in middle school, the only one I regret is Black Veil Brides. Shit sucks, man. Metallica became my embarrassment after their Napster lawsuit. The only band I am actually embarrassed about is a German one called H-Blocks. I just don't know, man. There is other German, alt, bands I understand are cringy, but I still got a soft spot for Selig, Thumb, Blackmail, but H-Blocks just make me want to curl up and die. https u2.be/kwk3glptsfs. Dave Matthews Band. Anal Cunt. I have an autographed CD from seeing them live at Yesterdays in Wheeling, West Virginia. Played it for friends, and their name was always part of the list of bands I listened to for badassery's sake. Looking back, oh my God, I have grown. Good for Lazy Shock. Not much else. My ears hurt just remembering the feedback they put into their work. One Direction. Probably. IDK. I'm not really embarrassed of liking them now. But I certainly was back then. Because liking them was considered uncool lol. Insane Clown Posse. I don't even like thinking about it these days. I still like some of their songs for the melodies, but that's about as far as it goes. I did get a good laugh when they came out as hardcore Christians. I mean, if you listen to some of their metaphors and what they allude to, it makes sense. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Not a band, but the genre. Rap. I grew up in rock, metal family. My stepdad was surf rocker. In early teens started listening to Western rap and Russian rap. Now looking back I feel like absolute idiot. Thank the gods I returned to rock. Thou from classics went into more modern styles. Five Finger Death Punch. Motley Crue. Saw them recently. I love Vince. But it was just bad. Real bad. Sometimes it's better to just move on. One Direction, and I am not embarrassed. LMAO. I will sing my heart out for them any day. MCR and Panic. Lost Prophets. Sad face. It's the shame the band couldn't carry on. Honestly, outside of any bands that I wouldn't listen to now thanks to particular lead members having revealed themselves to be absolute nasty pieces of work. I won't give them the satisfaction of being named. None of them. I'm not going to pretend that I have had the best of tastes. But were it not for them, I probably wouldn't have that kind of stuff in my collection. Heck, I have a couple Spotify playlists that are recreated from old mixtapes and compilations from back in the day, and I still go back to them every once in a while. One Direction. I was one of those girls, and to make it worse, I was a girl who would literally draw them crying cats. Nickelback. Skeptical smiley face. Take that. WTF was wrong with me? Everything else was indie, metal, grunge. Friends Forever. 30 Seconds to Mars. Had such a crush on emo. What's his face? Jared Leto. Now he is an asshole and Morbid Time and ugh. Good Charlotte. I went back and listened to a few songs for nostalgia's sake and just found myself cringing. Very melodramatic. Nickelback. None. I go full party mode with songs like this though. But only when I am alone, like in my car. https u2.be/xlf3xq8qzi